saying that you need to be monetizing every single one of your hobbies, but if you are someone who believes in passive and multiple streams of income, I can see why you want to do it. I ain't gonna knock it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Nirma Darling, and today we're gonna be talking about hobbies that can make you some money, okay? Because we are all about self-care, self-love, self-development, and on top of all that, you're gonna need a little bit of cha-ching to do a little something, okay? So if you're interested, definitely keep on watching this video because I got y'all. Okay, I've been doing this for some years. I'm all about the passive income, multiple streams of income, so definitely keep on listening. So today I am in Chicago, okay? I'm uptown Chicago, and I'm gonna insert a clip or a picture of my view. I am looking at the view now, and it is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm in love, and I'm feeling inspired, I'm feeling energetic, okay? I've been outside. Yeah, I done took the train during the day and the nighttime. And I know I'm from New York, so it's not a problem, but something about Chicago train at night is just scary. I can take the New York train at night. I don't mind that. But Chicago train, I just don't know the area that well. So it was a bit scary, but hey, your girl's out here. And I'm having a blast. I'm meeting so much really cool people and just feeling really inspired. And of course, I am wearing green for money. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I have my iPad full of notes, and it is so funny because I actually wrote this down 2 months ago and I never came back to revisit the topic, but once I got to Chicago, I got inspired. So here we are, okay? So we're gonna be talking about hobbies that you can turn into business ideas for passive income, okay? And now, if you are a horoscope person, I'm a Sagittarius, okay? So I am ruled by the planet of Jupiter, meaning expansion, meaning everything big, happy-go-lucky, in that cha-ching, cha-ching. So take my advice or leave it, you know? But if you want to make some money, take my advice. So let's jump straight into it. So essentially, when it comes to income, it's always good to have multiple streams of income. And of course, one of the best ways to have multiple streams of income is to have passive income. And what does passive mean, right? Passive mean income that you are getting from not doing a lot. You can go to sleep, wake up, and you'll get your coins, right? But also think about it like this: passive income can also be seen as passive if you're doing something that you love, okay? And that is where the mindset shift comes into play, because when you do what you love, the money comes in, right? And now, of course, when you're starting out these hobbies for income, you're not really going to be making like a lot of, my camera cut off, but you're not really going to be making a lot of money when you first start. But give it time, especially if it's something that you love. It's going to come easy to you. You're going to flow. You'll be fine. I promise. Hear me out. So essentially, you want to be getting paid to do what you love. And unfortunately, we're not always in a predicament where we are able to get paid to do what we love. Sometimes we have to go to our 9 to 5. Sometimes we have to clock in. Sometimes we have to take up that night shift. It is what it is. We're not all lucky and blessed. And I put that in quotes because at the end of the day, you still are lucky and you are blessed. But I put it into quotes, into societal viewpoints of lucky and blessed, right? Of being able to get money through your passions. And if that's not you, or you're not in that place right now, that's okay, because you can eventually get there, right? But you have to understand that having a main source of income, a stable source of income, is going to be your number one goal, right? So you want to make sure you have that locked in, especially if you do not have the support or whatever the case may be to live a life of not having a main source of income. Then you want to go ahead and trickle into monetizing and profiting off of your hobbies. And now these hobbies, I'm gonna try to get really creative here. I know like everyone is doing the content creation, right? And I get it. I don't want to say it's oversaturated, because I never believe in oversaturation, because we are all different and we have different things to offer to the world. But I hate to say it, I'm seeing the same types of content over and over and over again, which is not a problem. But at the end of the day, you want to do something that leaves a lasting impression. If you're doing content, you want to make sure that you're doing it because you're leaving an impression, okay? You're not just doing it just to do it, okay? Because that's how you actually lose your motivation to continue to do it. Find what you want to talk about, find what you love. But this video is not about content. I can make a video about content. This video is about creative hobbies that you can do to profit off of. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it, because I've been yapping, y'all. So the first one I have on my list is gonna be a floral preservations, okay? And now this is one of the hobbies that I had got into last year, which I absolutely love. And essentially this can go two ways. You can either do floral presses, where you take the flower and you press it and you dry it out and you create beautiful flat bouquets, or you can do a resin mold. So you're taking flowers, you're drying them out, you're not pressing them, and you're putting them into a resin mold. Now I made some, I'll insert a picture, and I loved it. It was really fun. And I feel like aside from you trying to profit off of it, it's a good skill to have, because people need that, okay? Weddings are really big, birthdays, and unfortunately funerals as well. People want to preserve flowers that are given to them, because flowers don't live forever, right? But I think one of the biggest things when it comes to floral preservation is wanting to maintain that flower and really feel like they still have that moment, but they don't want fake flowers, right? No one wants fake flowers. So floral preservation. So when I was doing floral preservations, I absolutely loved it. I felt so calm. I felt so in tune. I felt so grounded. I felt like I had a lot of time. Like everything just felt amazing. It overall made me feel great, and that's what pushed me to do it more. Now, I wouldn't suggest hobbies that make you feel not the best, because you want to feel good when you do your hobbies. So I would definitely say floral preservation is one of those hobbies that just makes me feel so light, happy, and feminine. This is the hat. It's a fitted. It's giving me 2015 vibes, but there's like, I have these patches pressed on. So I have like a cake, I have a coffee, which realistically, y'all, it's a matcha in here, okay? And then I have 222. Then I have a ribbon, a croissant, because I'm obsessed with croissants, and then just a pink heart for love. And I honestly have really been liking the color red. I don't know why. I never used to like red, but I like it now. And red is just such a bold and powerful color. And you guys know color in psychology goes hand in hand. So definitely consider playing around with colors. If you're the type of person that's always wearing black and nudes, switch it up just a little bit. I promise you, you will see a difference. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. So how can you profit off of it, right? You guys want to know how to get to the money. That's why I'm wearing green, so I'm gonna tell you. One of the ways that you can start, of course, is selling your services, letting people know, creating business cards, letting them know, hey, I do floral preservations for weddings, for birthdays, for funerals, whatever the case may be. You let them know, right? Another way you can kind of get your foot into the door is locally. I love to start anything locally. So that means selling to your local people, going to your farmers markets, finding local floral shops and talking to the people there and letting them know, leaving your business cards there, okay? Go where people are going to go buy flowers, with your business cards, okay? And that is a great way to start. I would say start locally and then eventually branch off. And of course, you know, it's all subjective to you, but do your research and don't be afraid to try. I am really big on every shot you don't take, you miss. So go ahead and jump straight into it and get it done. Enjoy floral preservations while also making that money. Now, another one that I've seen gotten so popular, which probably hasn't really gotten that much popular, but I'm seeing more content on it, is gonna be anything workout related, and specifically I'm gonna say weightlifting. I've done Pilates, I've done yoga, I've done calisthenics, I've done cardio, and I love all of them, but some things are not as accessible to people. So like, for example, Pilates or certain workout classes, they can be on the pricier range. So I would definitely say weightlifting is a good one, because you are able to teach a method. I would say calisthenics, right? You're able to teach a method. You're able to help people transform their bodies, right? You're able to share nutrition facts. You can also say cardio too, but no one really needs like help running. I mean, people might need help running, but it's not like a long-term thing, right? So I would definitely say calisthenics or calisthenics or weightlifting is a great way to go about it. And for one, you're already feeling good, you're working on your body, you're changing your body, and you're creating long-lasting effects that's going to be great for you, even when you're older. There was actually a study that literally said that as you get older, having more muscle mass actually helps your brain from getting like dementia and all that. So take what you want with the information. You can fact check me if you want, leave in the comment if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but that is something that you can do. So essentially how you would want to start is, I'm really big on trying things yourself first. Like, don't jump into something and you're not even practicing on living that lifestyle, because don't talk that talk if you can't walk that walk, right? So I would definitely say start by working out. Now, this is something that you can have as a long-term goal. So like, for example, for a year straight, maybe for 2 years, you're working out, you're learning the technique, you're getting a trainer, you're learning your nutrition, you're getting information from other people, and you get it, you internalize, you focus on it, right? Then maybe by year 1 to 2, that's when you start going public with it, right? Maybe you start an Instagram page where you're posting your workouts, right? Maybe after you've built an audience, then boom, you created a workout course where you can sell to people. Easy passive income. Why? You make your workout course, one and done, and now they're purchasing your workout course. You're literally eating ice cream and you're like, oh, I got a sale. Someone just bought my workout course. Easy passive income, and on top of that, it's also beneficial to you. Okay, and now of course you can go down the route of being a nutritionist or a trainer part-time. That is an option, but that would require certifications and stuff like that. So I would definitely say do your research, but that is a great hobby to make some money off of. Okay, so this is another one. This is something that I've been doing for a few years, and honestly, I haven't even thought about monetizing it, and I probably will in the future, but it's gonna be a poetry, a writing, poetry, storytelling, spoken word, whatever, anything in that creative area. If you know you have the gift of gab, if you know you're good with the pen, if you know how to talk to people, if you know how to put some words together, what are you doing? Keep writing, because I love that for you. Okay, I would definitely say keep on writing, keep that passion with you. Have a book where you keep all your poetry, right? Let out your feelings. I feel like people who sing, rap, poetry, or spoken word, they all have one thing in common, and it's that they're very expressive, okay? And one thing that you don't realize is that people actually love that, okay? And sometimes people who are not as expressive, they find motivation in people who are expressive. Think about like rappers like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Why do people like them? Because they just say whatever. They just say it. They don't think about it. They write it in their poetry. They write it in their rap, and then they speak it to the word, and people feel it. People agree. People feel like they can relate. So why are you not doing that? You know what I mean? So some ways that you can profit off of this, of course, is literally by hosting poetry events, right? And now, of course, when you're hosting your poetry events, I wouldn't suggest when you first start you just being the main attraction. That's like a lot. I would suggest collaborating with other local artists, with other local poetry people, spoken word people, and doing a group show. That way they bring their people, you bring your people, and y'all peoples create a network. Okay, and then from there you got their people coming, they got their people coming, and now they follow you on Instagram, and their people is like, you know, it's just a whole network right there. And from there you continue to create events on a, maybe you start on a bi-monthly basis, then you might switch to monthly, then you might switch to a weekly, right? And how are you making money off of this? Ticketed events, okay? Ticketed events. And now you can start low if you want to start at like maybe $10, start in like a college area, and then as it takes off, maybe charge 50, because now you're serving wine and it's very bougie and it's very sophisticated. You know, the first time is never going to be perfect, but guess what? People want experiences. People want things to do on the weekend. People want to step out. People want to feel. People want to see other people feel. People want to be creative. People want expression. Always remember that people are literally looking for that on a day-to-day basis. So why not start it? You know what I mean? Also, these are my nails. These are press-ons. Can you believe that? I did these myself, and I'm actually gonna have a video on DIY maintenance before traveling to get you in the right mindset. So definitely check that out. So a way that you can actually do passive income with this approach is gonna be writing a poetry book, okay? And now this one is something that I'm working on because I am in shambles. I am lost. And if anybody knows how to, please send me an email at normaldarling@gmail.com, because I don't know what I'm doing, like for real. But you can literally create a poetry book, put it on Amazon, put it somewhere where people are ordering, and you look on your phone and you're like, Sam Clark just ordered your poetry book. Here's your $15 profit. Here's your $25 profit. Like, you know what I mean? You can do that. Like, that's something that you can do. And once you learn and like get past the hurdles, promise you, you'll be getting that passive income. And it feels great to just be able to express yourself. And I feel like for me, poetry writing has been something about creativity, expression, and release. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things, is that as any type of creative person, as someone who goes through things, just as a person in general, one of the main important things is to be able to release. Release is going to be your best friend. If you're not releasing anything, you are just holding on to things, okay? And now, I talked about this in one of my videos about regulating yourself and being able to process emotions efficiently and let them out. And let's say, for example, you're someone who's an introvert and you don't really release as much. It's not good for you, and it's definitely not good for your nervous system and your immune system, okay? You want to age gracefully. You want to feel good. You want to just feel alive and just feel happy. So holding on is never good. So releasing through poetry is a way to release, y'all. Okay, so this is another one that I actually acquired a few months ago, and I actually really love this one. And this one is gonna be dancing. Okay, now dancing, okay, this is just dancing with silk fans. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm dancing with silk fans, but you can just do dancing if you don't want to do silk fans, either or bounce around. It doesn't matter. Okay, and now I have found so much happiness in dancing with silk fans. I can feel the emotions as I talk about it, so it's kind of excited about this one. But it's really fun because you're able to flow. And personally, I'm not much of a dancer unless it's like African or Caribbean music, but I'm not like a step-by-step dancer. But I'll whine and I'll do a little, you know, a little something. Now, dancing with silk fans. One, it's absolutely beautiful. I record my clips of me dancing with silk fans, and I'll upload shorts. So definitely subscribe to see that. And just being able to flow, okay? And that's all that it's about. It's about being connected to your body, right? So a simple movement like this, you know, if you're stiff, you'll just go like this, okay? Now with fans connected, if you just go like this, it's not gonna look right. So you're gonna have to slow down your movements, open up, and take space, okay? And see, you're moving, you're flowing, okay? I miss my fans. I'm gonna do my fans after this. But essentially, if you are a shy person, if you feel like you're someone who's more introverted or someone who's more closed off, any type of dancing is gonna be good for you, because what is it doing? It's forcing you to take up space by being expressive with your body. It makes you feel like you have full bodily autonomy, and it makes you feel good and connected with your body, right? So that is something that I would definitely say you can do. And what are some ways to make that cha-ching from it? Let me tell you. So the first way is you can be an independent solo silk fan dancer, or just a dancer, and you can set up, I forgot the app, I think it's called TaskRabbit. It's something where you can offer your services to people and people can book you for an hour. So let's say, for example, someone is looking for a dancer for a wedding, for a birthday party, whatever the case may be, and you charge your rates, okay? You can start and be humble, maybe charge $40 an hour, okay? Maybe after a while you feel like, hey, I'm doing pretty good at this, $400 an hour. You know what I mean? So there's just little ways. And just imagine, like, you're a dancer and you have your life going on, and you look at your calendar, start them off, and you see you have 4 events booked, okay? 4 events booked for you to go dance at a wedding, at a birthday, at a whatever, right? 4 events booked, and each is at a rate that you feel comfortable and proud to have. Passive income, doing something you love. Come on, y'all. Come on. Another way is to sell courses online, and that'll be the passive way, okay? So you create your course. This is my dance course, y'all. This is me doing my dance, okay? Let me show you the hand technique, okay? You do that, post your course online. You need a social media presence, probably, most likely, okay? You sell it, passive income. You look down your phone. Oh, it looks like Alice Christopher just bought my course for $35. And it's only a Tuesday. and I'm just walking my dog. So you gotta think about it like that, and it's the small wins that ends up being bigger wins, okay? So yeah. And another way you can make income is by hosting workshops. And now I would suggest doing the hosting workshops first. I'm not even gonna hold you. Do social media and do the hosting workshops, because what you're doing with hosting workshops is that you're building community, okay? You wanna build a community first, of women or people who's coming to dance with you, coming to see you dance, coming to do all this stuff. And then from there, you want to go ahead and start your courses, maybe start your bookings. That way you're known as a dancer, okay? And yeah, I don't know which way I'm looking. I'm like trying to look at my camera, but then I'm getting distracted and I look at myself. So if I look like I'm looking all over the place, oh my goodness, just ignore it. Just listen to the gems, because I have some gems. Okay, so now another one that I am absolutely obsessed with is makeup, guys. Now, if you're someone who knows how to do your face pretty well, I would suggest, right? So this is what I've been doing, okay? I love makeup. You guys know this since I was a little girl. Worked at Ulta Beauty as a prestige beauty advisor for about 2 to 3 years. So I learned about makeup, color matching, and all that. Learned about shadows, got a chance to do a few faces and all that. So I would definitely say if you're into makeup and it is your passion, everyone says how good you are, and people always actually do their makeup, including your mom, whatever the case may be, right? I want you to zone in on that skill. So as of right now, I'm working on building my makeup portfolio, building my makeup. I'm stepping into makeup artist era, right? So how am I doing that? Getting my girls, people that I know, doing their makeup, okay? Here's a picture right here, and here's a picture right here, okay? These are 2 makeups that I did. And it's great practice. You're learning different faces, different skin tones, different shades. You can go as far as doing like a one-on-one class with like a makeup artist in your city. You can do that. Or if you have the time and the energy and the money, I would definitely say do I think they're like 6, I might be wrong, 9 to 16 months cosmetology course. Go for it. Do it, get it done. It doesn't take a lot of time, because the thing is, when you're 5 years down the line, you're gonna thank yourself for doing it, okay? You don't want to not do it, and then 5 years down the line, you're like, dang, I should have freaking did it when I had more time, right? So you want to start by doing that, okay? Now, of course, you can simply start by just doing people's makeups, okay? If you want something where it's not like a consistent booking, you can be a bridal makeup artist where you are charging a little bit more money to do people's bridal makeup, bridesmaids makeup, whatever the case may be, okay? And you get to be in more prestigious environments, I would say, because, you know, you're probably going to them versus you having to have a studio. Now, if you have the space, I would definitely say go for the studio approach. That's always a good bet, because that way you're able to have a consistent flow of clients. And of course, with makeup, this also goes with hair. If you're good at hair, I would say venture off, look into it. Now, I will say it is a lot of standing. If you're someone who doesn't like to stand, it is a lot of standing. It is a lot of physical labor, but it is always rewarding to be able to see someone transform a little bit after a makeup style, and or having them like just be more confident and feel happy with themselves. So it's definitely worth it, but your legs is gonna be hurting, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I would definitely say makeup. And now you can eventually branch off into like makeup courses where you're teaching people one-on-one makeup classes, and you can even go as far as to selling your own makeup products. So let's say, for example, if you get known on like social media for your makeup, and it's a specific part of your makeup, maybe it's your eyeshadow, maybe it's your eyebrows, maybe it's your lip gloss. From there, you can create a makeup line, okay? So like if everybody's like, oh my gosh, I love her lip combos, girl, you better start selling you some lip combos, okay, in a box with your brand on it, okay? If it's your shadow, start doing eyeshadow palettes, okay? Literally, that is a way for passive income, because once you have the product, you make the product, all you gotta do is ship it. And if you're not shipping it, you could do a drop shipping situation. So there's multiple ways to combat that for sure. So another one that we have is crocheting. Now, I've been crocheting since I was in middle school, okay? I've been having old lady hobbies since I was a little girl. I love crocheting because that is a time where my mind is absolutely focused. And you guys know my mind goes fast, okay? I'm a fast girl. I don't know if it's because I was raised in New York, but I'm very fast. You can give me something to read and I just look at it and I already read it. Like, that's how fast it is. So crocheting definitely gives me opportunity to slow down, be intentional, and make something. You know what I mean? And it's always nice to start with a thread and finish off with something nice, right? So how can you profit off of crocheting? So there's a few ways. You can do sell crochet products, you know, make cute crochet tops, crochet sets, customs. People love that, but I don't see that as much. And if I do, it's not like a consistent thing that I'm seeing. So that is something that's not saturated yet, that is really, really good to get into. Another thing that you can do is you can host crocheting events. Now this one is really cool because this is also another way for you to build a community. And of course, I always say build a community first, and then from there you venture off into other things because you'll always have that support. So you can do crochet classes where you might do a crochet and sip where you're teaching people how to crochet, or you can do something where you just have a bunch of crocheters come together and y'all just crocheting in a circle and talking. People need that. People love that. People are looking for that. So that is something that you can do. And of course, it can be a ticketed item for you to create that income. And of course, there's other components like venue, space, and all that. You know what I mean? But you got this. I believe in you. You can do it. So another thing that you can do is plants. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm wearing the color green, but I am a plant fiend. I currently have, I think now I have like 40 plants. I have 40 plants. It's kind of insane. But I love all of them and I take care of all of them and I give them water and I fertilize them and I trim them and I do what I gotta do. Those are my babies, okay? And now if you're someone who is absolutely obsessed with plants, you know a lot about plants, I would say start maybe a plant social media where you're getting on talking about your plants. Maybe you're wearing green, you know what I mean? Maybe you're you know, coming in and just sharing your energy and your expertise about plants, because a lot of people are getting the plants and they might not know as much as you think they do. Just like when you start off, you need a little bit of help, you need a little bit of a push. So definitely be that person for people. So what are some ways for you to create income through plants? Plant workshops, okay? Now you can do something like a sip and pot where you have people come together and they're like potting plants and just talking, yapping it up. You can do something where you guys are creating something like, you know, like creative with the plant. Like it's an interesting concept with the pot, you know what I mean? Plant and poetry, just like mix it up. Add bits and pieces of you to that. And now, if you're a plant person, you know there are a few plants that you can propagate, okay? One of my favorite plants to propagate is a pothos, okay? And now, to be 100% transparent with you, if you are into propagating, what you can do with your plant is sell your plant propagations, and this would be really, really cool if you're selling them in like specific jars, or if you're doing like intention propagations. Like there's different ways to go about it. I'll definitely let y'all pick what works well with you. And last but not least, if you live in a city or a town where they do flea markets, where they do farmers markets, whatever the case may be, you can table the propagations that you made of your plants, duh. So if you're propagating a whole bunch of plants, girl, you better take that, or sir, you better take that to your local tabling event and go table your plants, okay? That is one way to do it. And last but not least, I would definitely say reading. Now, I love reading. I'm currently reading Before I Let Go, and I am halfway done, and I'm gonna finish this probably like tomorrow and on the plane and stuff because it's so good. But literally, reading is something that I enjoy doing, whether it's a physical book or you're a Kindle girly. Now, there are ways to go about creating income with reading. One of the ways is you possibly writing your own book. There's a few books I've read where, no shade or anything like that, but I can tell it's a newer author. Maybe, you know, it's not the best, but it was still good, okay? Standard to the standard of the New York bestsellers is probably not the best, but I read it and I was like, damn, this is good, you know what I mean? You can start by writing your own books, okay? You can start by having book clubs where you collect a monthly fee to have those gatherings, okay? You can do book workshops. Okay, you can have an event where you're bringing artists together. You can, I mean, not artists, authors together. You can create networking events that are ticketed. Okay, so there's multiple ways. And now I'm not even gonna hold y'all, I do gotta go. But that was it for this video. If you guys want a part 2, I have so many ideas. I can definitely do a part 2 because that's not even all the hobbies I've done. I've done more. So if you guys want a part 2, definitely like and comment. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you are hearing and what you are seeing. And of course, on this channel, we focus on all things self-care, self-love, self-improvement, and growth. And if you're looking to join an online community where we are growing and watering ourselves actively, definitely hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who you know is also into that, so we can all grow together. Okay, and with that being said, with all of these amazing hobbies, it's always great to have a hobby. I'm not saying that you need to be monetizing every single one of your hobbies, but if you are someone who believes in passive and multiple streams of income, I can see why you want to do it. I ain't gonna knock it. I get it. A hustler is a hustler, and I'm a hustler, baby. So I get it, but you know what I mean? Find what works for you. At the end of the day, what is important is understand that money is a frequency, money is an energy, okay? And it is not a tangible item as much as we want to believe that it is. And if you put yourself in the mindset to receive and be in your passions and profit off of that, you definitely will, okay? So creating money or making money off your hobbies is definitely a possibility. And like for part 2, I gotta go though. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.